Well, everything that you write, produce, send out represents not only you, but it represents the company, the corporation that you work for. And image is everything in business. If you're going to move forward, if you're going to convince people to do business with you, you have to be professional. It has to be perfect. It has to make a positive impression. Well, if it's business person to business person, you can certainly use the jargon associated with that particular industry.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes sense in that context. But if you are communicating to a client, for example, you don't want to use that jargon. You want to assume that your reader, your audience, isn't familiar, and you want to make sure that you're clear, and they're not going to, whoever reads it isn't going to wonder, what does that stand for? What does that mean? Because above all, the point is to get across to your reader, this is what I wanted to communicate to you. This is what I wanted you to know. This is what you need to know. So clarity is aim number one.
As I listen to you, I'm aware that you're talking about emails more than just letters in the mail now, aren't you? Because that's how we communicate now, business-wise. I remember getting an email from a person of stature, and this was a few years ago. An email just came out, and I think that the thought was, it's email, it's not professional, so the person didn't capitalize the I's and didn't put the periods in and didn't do all that other stuff. And I will always remember that email, because my opinion of this person went down after I saw it. It was almost like this is the unpolished person who thought that, and I'm not going to use a pronoun, that this person didn't have to.
You see, that's exactly the problem. And your response to that email, your assumption that the writer of the email was not professional, that's everything. Because written communication leaves an impression, just like your appearance leaves an impression. And people are going to be impressed if you've punctuated, you've capitalized, you've written complete sentences, you've sounded and looked professional. It has to look professional.